So I don't know if you know this, but I'm a gamer. Hey, I'm Dr. Vanessa, and I'm here to share the barriers and the burdens to the beauties and blessings of the higher ed experience, and in this instance, video games, and these views are all mine. I've loved playing video games ever since I was a kid, especially storytelling games where you get to build relationships as well as take care of the enemy. My favorites are Dragon Age and Mass Effect. Oh my goodness. However, during the pandemic, I was able to get into Animal Crossing, and that's one of the first games I played that led into cozy gaming, where the stakes are relatively low, but the fun is just as high. So when Dreamlight Valley came out with Disney characters, I said, sign me up, please. I got the game for $20 on my Switch, and I jumped head first. And then I quickly realized that this game is massive. It is huge, epic. Not only are you interacting with these infamous Disney characters, but you're mining, crafting, picking up stuff. I hate that if I don't play this game for a day, that there are night thorns, twigs, everything. I just cleaned up this place, and now when I come out of my house, it's just as junky as before. What is happening? It's good for crafts, but not good for my peace of mind. It was so bad that I deleted all of my roads at one point. And I was like, I just need to start fresh. And then I realized that it looks even more chaotic without the roads. Between the multiple quests and the hundreds, it feels like, side missions, I just quit cold turkey. I was sick of looking for tomato seeds when all I had to do was upgrade Goofy's stall. So fast forward 3 years later, I am having lunch with one of my colleagues, and she is telling me that she plays this game literally every day. How are you playing this game every day? This game is massive and overwhelming. My anxiety went through the roof. And then she tells me something that I tell students literally all the time: monotask. Focus on one task, one character at a time. Yes, it might take you a while, and if you need to repivot and go to a different mission to get that completed first, that's totally fine. Or if you hit a wall, go to the next thing. But focus on one character and one task at a time. And I said, girl, you just changed the game for me, literally, for this game. So I tried it, and I have to say, I have been quite successful. The other thing that she mentioned was switching consoles. So she has a Switch as well, but she typically plays this game on her PS5. And I was like, well, I have an Xbox, so I should probably do that too. And what I found was that I am more focused on the game on my Xbox versus the portability and flexibility of my Switch. Even though I can dock my Switch and put it on there, it still gives me the assumption that I could move it around if I wanted to. And also with the Xbox, I have to lock in and be intentional. With those two tips that she gave me, I was able to enjoy the game so much more. The game felt calming, immersive, and relaxing. Now, while I've been playing the game, I was trying to make this really cute little town, a little suburb where all of the characters live together, and it got really crammed and overwhelming. And I also learned something while playing the game, was that not everything needs to be everywhere at once. I was thinking about more efficiency, but what I found was that because of the efficiency, it was getting all jumbled up and it was getting a little bit overwhelming. When I spread them out and put them in different biomes, it was a lot easier to play with the characters and also see where they're at, but also be able to get the little nuggets and trinkets along the way. It's funny, I expanded the world to narrow my focus, and it became a lot easier. Then it clicked. This game mirrors my life. Well, academically and professionally. Sometimes I have the tendency to zoom out so far in a task that I could get so overwhelmed. When I'm looking at revamping my curriculum in my class, I can look at everything for 15 weeks and get really overwhelmed. And now what I'm doing is I'm journaling a little bit after each lecture, so that way when I need to implement these changes, I can do that a little bit more systematically versus getting very overwhelmed. So I'm expanding my world a little bit and looking at my semester as a pilot on how I can make future semesters of this particular curriculum even better, which narrows my focus. Now, I approach the workday the exact same way. I look at my tasks and see what I can do and focus on, and then go from there. When I get stuck, I research, regroup, and redo. Just like in the game, sometimes I might not have the right tool, and that's okay. I move on to another task and work on completing it later. That rhythm, focus, patience, and pivot has transformed how I navigate my professional world. It's how it impacts how I teach, how I work, and how I connect with people, and even rest. Who knew Mickey and the gang and the search for tomato seeds could be a lesson on focusing and establishing boundaries? Wow. So I am very proud of myself that I revisited Dreamlight Valley. I'm not just leveling up in Dreamlight Valley. I'm learning to slow down and focus. So I'm already rooting for you because I am such a fan. So stay focused, stay curious, and keep leveling up in the game and in life. I'll see y'all later.